I'm actually thinking of leaving Facebook because I don't like the way that I don't like the way that it lies about life, about friends. Because it has this kind of very you know simplistic system of people on Facebook are either your friends or they don't exist. They're either on your friends list or they're just complete strangers, which isn't true at all. I mean, if Facebook was accurate and an honest version of real life, then you would have a friends list, you would have an acquaintance list, and you would have an enemies list, and you would have a stranger list. And then you could just, I mean, you could request to your enemies, you could send like enemy requests to your enemies, and they have to say yes because come on, be honest, you hate me, we're enemies, right? Okay, then get on my enemies list, buddy. Don't say no. And then you could send a stranger request to any stranger, and they would have to say yes because they are strangers. Hey, I'm Simon. You don't know me, right? Okay, then get on my Facebook strangers list, pal. All right. And then all the people on your acquaintance list or your acquaintances could be vying to try to get on your friends list. But let's just be honest. I mean, how many people on your friends list on Facebook are just acquaintances that you add and you never actually talk to them again? You just see them all the time. Why not have an acquaintance list and just make it official? These people are just acquaintances. We're not actually friends. And then you just feel more honest. You'd feel more happy. You'd feel happier because the whole thing would be operating in a completely transparent and honest way, rather than all this nonsense pretending all your friends are sort of equally friends when it's not true. I mean, nobody can be friends with all their Facebook friends. Otherwise, you wouldn't have any time left in the day. You'd be constantly being friends with 300 people or whatever it is, which no human can do anyway. It's just all a complete sham, a facade, a ruse. That's all that. It's a fraud, isn't it? Obviously. I've only got I don't know like 56 friends or something on Facebook, and I'm not remotely ashamed. 56 is a lot of people, man. Don't look down on me because you have like 400 Facebook friends or whatever. On the news, if they say that 56 people died, that's a freaking tragedy, man. That's a lot of people. So don't tell me that I don't have a lot of friends if I have 56 Facebook friends. That's a potential tragedy right there. That's a newsworthy event. If all my Facebook friends somehow, I mean, of course, I wouldn't ever want that to happen. But just, in theory, if, you know what I mean, it would be on the news. So that is a large amount of people. And the modern world is just so full of crap. If you don't have 500 friends on your Facebook page, then you should go and, you know, jump off a cliff or something, which is just nonsensical, isn't it, man? You know what I mean? I mean, what's his name? Tom Hanks, in the movie. When he's on the island, he's only got a volleyball as a friend. That's all that guy had, a volleyball for a friend. And he survived, man. He was happy. You know what I mean? If a whole bunch of annoying Facebook fans suddenly arrived on the island, like, just out visiting, because they made up a Facebook event. Hey, let's go to the island and visit Tom Hanks for a day. And it was a Facebook event, and so a whole bunch of these annoying Facebook fanatics turned up on the island, and they walk up to Tom Cruise. Hey man, we're the cool Facebook people who've all got 600 friends each. You have to have 600 friends to join our gang on. You have to have 600 friends on Facebook. Who are you? I'm Tom Hanks, and I'm friends with the volleyball. You know what I mean? What are they going to say to him? They're going to look down their stupid, annoying noses, aren't they? Well, forget that, man. You know what I mean? It's all about the quality of the friendship, not the quantity. And a volleyball is a damn good friend. You can chuck it about, do all sorts of things. It's buoyant. If you're drowning, brilliant, genius, you know. You know what I mean? I wouldn't expect, if I was some kind of a fake Facebook fraud, I wouldn't expect any of my friends, or like any of my shallow, annoying friends, any of my 700 friends on Facebook to help me if I was drowning, man. Do you think that, like, if I added Paris Hilton on Facebook, and she's bound to say yes because she wants to have 50,000 friends on Facebook, do you think that Paris Hilton would save me if I was drowning? Guess again, pal. Unless I was in the shallow part of the pool, you know, and she was looking at her reflection or something, and she was like, oh, this guy, he's drowning, he's getting in my way of me looking at my reflection, so, you know, she calls her personal